Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new here, it is so nice to meet you. Today I have a very exciting video, but before I kind of explain it and tell you what's going on, I would love to remind you to subscribe to my channel down below if you haven't already, and give this video a thumbs up if you like book videos, because that's what we have today. So now, let's go ahead and talk about what's going on. This is a box that I just got in the mail. The USPS tracking said it wasn't supposed to be here until tomorrow, which is why I look like garbage. But basically, I have joined a couple of Facebook groups that are like book groups, book recommendations, that kind of thing. And I guess Facebook picked up on the fact that I like to read books. So, and I talk about it a lot, and when you talk about stuff, your phone has a secret agent in it that reports to all the things and tells you what to like and buy. So I guess it worked for me because I was on Facebook Marketplace just browsing as one does, and I saw a listing for 10 pounds of books for $20. So I decided that would be a really fun thing to unbox on YouTube. So that's what I'm doing. I think this is 10 pounds. Let me see what it says. Yep, 10 pounds, 15 ounces according to the post office. So I don't even need to go weigh it, but 10 pounds of books. And the listing said that you could choose your genres. So I chose general adult fiction, thriller / mystery, and also romance, because those are my favorite genres of books to read right now. So I thought, let's stay again. I need something to cut this open with. Or I'm just gonna use my previous retail experience to open the box. Okay, let's dig in. I'm very excited. Who knows if I've heard of any of these books? This is what it looks like on the inside. I'm so excited. Okay, so I guess we'll just start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 books for $20. That's not bad at all. Okay. We'll start with this one. Mistletoe Cottage by Debbie Mason. This actually looks like something I would pick up. I really love mass market paperbacks, because then I don't feel bad about bending the spine, messing up the pages or anything, because the cover price is only $5.99. But this looks like a Christmas romance. So let's see, Sophie de Rossi. Sophie de Rossi loved growing up in Harmony Harbor, but after fleeing in disgrace many years ago, it is the last place she wants to be. Left homeless by a fire, she's forced to go back to the small coastal town that harbors a million secrets, including her own. Sophie sees this secret reflected every day in her daughter's blue eyes, and she must keep it hidden from the only man she has ever loved. Sophie's return is a shock for everyone, including Liam Gallagher. The firefighter had some serious feelings for Sophie, and seeing her again sparks a desire so fierce it takes his breath away. Now Liam will do whatever it takes to show Sophie that they deserve a second chance at love, even if everything they've concealed threatens to keep them apart. In this special town, at this special time of year, Sophie and Liam can only hope for a little holiday magic. Yes, this is absolutely something I would love. So far, this is great. It looks like the person who sent the book, or the person who like curates these boxes, paid $4.49 for it, so it's kind of what I expected, but it says contemporary romance. This looks like something I would love, so the first book already gets 10 out of 10 for me. Obviously, I haven't read it yet, so I don't know how good it is. So I don't know how good it's gonna be, but I'm very excited because this looks like something that I would love to read. I need to pause for a thumbnail real quick. Next is called Poison, a novel of the Renaissance by Sarah Poole. This is the front. So it says, before the Tudors, there were the Borgias, more passionate, more dangerous, more deadly. In the summer of 1492, a monstrous evil is stirring within the eternal city of Rome. The brutal murder of an alchemist sets off the desperate race to uncover the plot that threatens to extinguish the light of the Renaissance and plunge Europe back into medieval darkness. Determined to avenge the killing of her father, Francesca Giordano defies all convention to claim for herself the position of poisoner, serving Cardinal Rodrigo Borgia, head of the most notorious and dangerous family in Italy. She becomes the confidant of Lucrezia Borgia and the lover of Cesare Borgia, navigating a web of treachery and deceit. Francesca pursues her father's killer from the depths of Rome's Jewish ghetto to the heights of the Vatican itself. In so doing, she sets the stage for the ultimate confrontation with ancient forces that will seek to use her darkest desires to achieve their own catastrophic ends. It says this is a historical thriller? That's interesting. I've never heard of this before, but it looks interesting. I probably wouldn't have picked this off of the shelf myself, but after reading the description, it seems like something I would be into, so that sounds really good. Number 3, Sweet Little Lies by Lauren Conrad. We all know Lauren Conrad, Elsie. So let's see. How sweet is it? Jane Roberts is the average girl next door until she and her best friend Scarlett Harp landed their own hit reality show LA Candy, but life on camera is getting complicated. devastated. When racy photos of Jane are leaked to the press, she becomes the center of a tabloid scandal. She turns to co-star Madison Parker for help, but does Madison really have Jane's back? Scarlett's got a scandal of her own. She's fallen for a guy who's strictly off limits, which means Scarlett has a big secret to keep. But nothing stays a secret for long in Hollywood. In television star Lauren Conrad's dishy, entertaining novel about young Hollywood, the lies are only as sweet as the people telling them. So that looks pretty cute. This definitely looks like something I would pick up, especially if I saw it at a thrift store. So I'm pleased by this. Next is called The Total Package by Stephanie Ivanovic. Okay, this looks like a short one, so that's gonna be fun. Sometimes I just really love a short book. Heartthrob star quarterback Tyson Palmer has it all: $1 million arm, a winning season, and the promise of a Super Bowl ring. But more importantly, football's biggest star is the ultimate comeback kid. After an addiction to painkillers nearly derailed his career, Tyson got sober and went from zero to hero in the eyes of the public. But one person remains unconvinced: Dani Carr, a sports commentator with high ratings and a following of her own. Dani can't forgive Tyson's transgressions or forget a single passionate night with him back in college. To make things worse, Tyson doesn't realize that the bombshell with huge ratings is the cute co-ed whose heart he once broke. But can a sports journalist trying to claw her way to the top and a quarterback who knows all about rock bottom make it to the Super Bowl without destroying each other? And what will happen when Tyson, riding high now that he's revived his career, realizes he needs to make even more important comeback with Dani? Can he use his $1 million moves to get past her defenses, or will she sideline him for good? That looks cute. This definitely looks like something I would pick up. The Total Package. That's cute. That looks cute. And I like the cover. It seems very rom-com-y. The Stranger on the Train by Abby Taylor. This definitely looks like something I would have picked up. This definitely came from a library at some point. Hamilton Public Library. Where is that? Does it have any stamps inside? Let me see where it is. I'm very interested now. Hamilton. It looks like Hamilton Public Library is in Hamilton, New York. So that's cool. Okay, so it's a mother's worst nightmare. The subway doors close with her baby son still on the train. I'm hooked already. I wouldn't even need to read the rest of this to know that I would buy this at a thrift store. Struggling as a single mother, Emma sometimes wishes that she could have a break from her 13-month-old son Richie for just a few hours, if for just a few hours he would disappear. Then, one quiet Sunday evening after a disturbing encounter on the London Underground, Richie does just that. Stuck on the platform, Emma watches helpfully as the train carrying her son pulls out of the station. She goes to the police, but they are reluctant to help her. Alone and panicked, Emma soon realizes that in order to get Richie back, she'll have to find him herself. However, the more Emma tells her story, the more others seem to doubt her, until she begins to doubt herself. With dark twists and intertwining narratives, The Stranger on the Train is an unforgettable novel of psychological suspense that will keep you guessing who the real enemy is until its shattering finale. Yes, this is definitely something I would pick up. So far, I'm here for this. Next is a big one, also from a library, also from Hamilton Public Library. It is The Perfect Girl by, I think it's Jilly McMillan, and this already, the cover looks like something I'd pick up. I don't love hardcover books, but I do know they tend to be more expensive, so I'm not mad about it at all. Let me see what the cover price is. $25.99. Yeah, so not mad about that at all. So let's see. Zoe Maisie is a 17-year-old music prodigy with a genius IQ. 3 years ago, she was involved in a tragic incident that left 3 classmates dead. She served her time, and now her mother Maria is resolved to keep that devastating fact tucked far away from their new beginning, hiding the past even from her new husband and demanding that Zoe do the same. Tonight, Zoe is giving a recital that Maria has been planning for months. It needs to be the performance of Zoe's life, but instead, by the end of the evening, Maria is dead. In the aftermath, everyone, police, family, Zoe's former solicitor, and Zoe herself, tries to piece together what happened. But as Zoe knows all too well, the truth is rarely straightforward, and the closer we are to someone, the less we may see. This looks really good. I'm very excited about this. So far, the only one I couldn't have seen myself purchasing is this one, but that's really good so far. Next is The 100-Year-Old Man Who Climbed Out the Window and Disappeared by Jonasson. That is a really long title. The 100-Year-Old Man Who Climbed Out the Window and Disappeared. That is crazy. Okay, let's see what this book is about. After it actually only has a Canadian cover price, which is interesting. That's very interesting. I wonder if this is like the Canadian version of it. I don't know. After a long and eventful life, Alan Carlson ends up in a nursing home, believing it to be his last stop. The only problem is that he's still in good health, and one day he turns 100. A big celebration is in the works, but Alan isn't really interested, and he'd like a bit more control over his alcohol consumption. So he decides to escape. He climbs out the window in his slippers and embarks on a hilarious and entirely unexpected journey. It would be the adventure of a lifetime for anyone else, but Alan has a larger-than-life backstory. Not only has he witnessed some of the most important events of the 20th century, he has actually played a key role in them. Quirky and utterly unique, The 100-Year-Old Man Who Climbed Out the Window and Disappeared has charmed readers across the world. This kind of makes me think of like Eleanor Oliphant is Completely Fine in terms of like the description. Also, I love that the pages have like like this texture to them. That just makes it more fun. Okay, let me see. Oh, okay, so this was originally a book in Swedish. That makes sense. It's from 2009, and what would we call, I guess it's just like adult fiction. Yeah, it was originally part of, it was originally a Swedish book that was translated into English, so that's really cool. That seems like something that is really good. Next is called Our Homesick Songs by Emma Hooper, and I have never heard of this either, but it says that it is Scotiabank Giller Prize long list. I don't know what that means. Here's the front. It has an iceberg. An enchanting tale about a fading town and a boy who would do anything to save his family. Newfoundland, 1992. When all the fish vanish from the waters and the cod industry abruptly collapses, it's not long before the people begin to disappear from the town of Big Running as well. As residents are forced to leave the island in search of work, 10-year-old Finn Connor suddenly finds himself living in a ghost town. There's no school, no friends, and whole rows of houses stand abandoned. And then Finn's parents announce that they too must separate if their family is to survive. But Finn still has his sister Cora, with whom he counts the dwindling boats on the coast at night, and Mrs. Callahan, who teaches him the strange and ancient melodies of their native Ireland. That is, until his sister disappears, and Finn must find a way of calling home the family and the life he has lost. That actually looks really good. I like the cover too. The illustration is really nice. It's from 2018, so it's not a super old book. Do we have anything else by this author that I might have heard of? I don't know. It looks cute. I think this looks like a cute book. This one, I'm shouting. This one reminds me of Where'd You Go, Bernadette, with like the cover on it and everything, so that seems like it will be really cute. I could cry. Okay, it's Room by Emma Donoghue. This is the movie cover with Brie Larson and Jacob Tremblay on the front. I literally just glanced at this. I have listened to this audiobook more than one time, but I am for sure going to read the physical book. I am so excited. I've also seen the movie multiple times. It's literally so good. I'm so excited about this one. Like, this is honestly worth the whole box. The Canadian cover price is $17.99, which means it's probably $15.99 in the US, which makes it $5 cheaper than the whole book. This just made the whole thing worth it for me. To 5-year-old Jack, Room is the world. It's where he was born. It's where he and Ma eat and sleep and play and learn. There are endless wonders that let loose Jack's imagination. The snake under bed that he constructs out of eggshells, the coziness of wardrobe beneath Ma's clothes where she tucks him in safely at night in case old Nick comes. Room is home to Jack, but to Ma, it's the prison where she's been held since she was 19 for 7 long years. Through her fierce love for her son, she has created a life for him in that 11 by 11 foot space. But Jack's curiosity is building alongside her own desperation, and she knows that Room cannot contain either indefinitely. Told in the inventive, funny, and poignant voice of Jack, Room is a celebration of resilience and a powerful story of a mother and son whose love lets them survive the impossible. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. 3 more books, and then we'll have the whole box done. Looking at the covers, they look like something I'd like. Next is Sweet Little Lies by Kaz Frere. I've never heard of this author before. It says it's an international bestseller, so let's go. Let me see if from 2018. Does this have anything else by this author? This is her first book, so maybe not. Okay, well, here we go. A gripping mystery set in London that introduces readers to a fresh, brilliant new voice in crime fiction. 26-year-old Kat Kinsella overcame a troubled childhood to become a detective constable with the Metropolitan Police Force, but she's never been able to banish the ghost of her past or reconcile with her estranged father. Work provides a refuge from her family dysfunction, but she relies on a caustic wit to hide her vulnerability from her colleagues. When a mysterious phone call links a recent strangling victim to Marianne Doyle, a teenage girl who went missing in Ireland 18 years earlier, the news is discomforting for Kat. Though she was only a child when her family met Marianne on a family vacation right before she vanished, Kat knew that her charming but dissolute father wasn't telling the truth when he denied knowing anything about the girl's disappearance. Did he do something to Marianne all those years ago? Could he have done something with her current case? Determined to close the 2 cases, Kat rushes headlong into the investigation, crossing ethical lines and trampling professional codes, but the deeper she digs, the darker the secrets may uncover. Narrated by the unforgettable Kat, Sweet Little Lies is both compelling police procedural and a look at how we grapple the shadows of our past. This is 100% a book I would pick up off the shelf. Like, I would have seen the cover and not have even read the description and just gone for it, because I know we're not supposed to judge books by their cover, but I definitely would have judged this book by its cover and I would have purchased it. Next is The Stolen Marriage by Diane Chamberlain, and it also has a sticker that says 3 for $20. So I have heard of this author before. I'm trying to think of, there's something that she has written that I have also by Diane Chamberlain, a massive list. I don't know. I've heard of her though. I've definitely heard of this author before. One Mistake, One Fateful Night, and Tess DeMello's life is changed forever. It is 1944, pregnant, alone, and riddled with guilt. 23-year-old Tess DeMello abruptly gives up her budding career as a nurse and ends her engagement to the love of her life, unable to live a lie. point. Instead, she turns to the baby's father for help and agrees to marry him, moving to the small rural town of Hickory, North Carolina. I grew up near there. Tessa's new husband, Henry Kraft, is a secretive man who often stays out all night, hides money from his new wife, and shows her no affection. Tess quickly realizes she's trapped in a strange and loveless marriage with no way out. The people of Hickory admire and respect Henry, but see Tess as an outsider, treating her with suspicion and disdain. When one of the town's golden girls dies in a terrible accident, everyone holds Tess responsible. Henry keeps his secrets even closer now, though it seems that everyone knows something about him that Tess does not. When a sudden polio epidemic strikes Hickory, the townspeople band together to build a hospital. Tess knows she is needed and defies Henry's wishes to begin working there. Through this work, she begins to find purpose and meaning. Yet at home, Henry's actions grow more alarming by the day. As Tess works to save the lives of her patients, can she untangle the truth behind her husband's mysterious behavior and find love and the life she was meant to have? Steeped in history and filled with heart-wrenching twists, The Stolen Marriage is an emotionally captivating novel of secrets, betrayals, prejudice, and forgiveness. It showcases Diane Chamberlain at the top of her talent. Very excited for this. Once again, this is a book I for sure would have picked up on my own. And the last book is a paperback. We know I love a paperback. I'm assuming that this author is British because all of the little quotes back here are from British publications, but it's called A Rural Affair by Catherine Elliott. I'm assuming it's like Elliot, but with an A. This book is from 2011. When Poppy Schilling's bike-besotted, lycra-clad husband is killed in a freak accident, she can't help feeling relieved as long as she's free from a controlling and loveless marriage. Throwing herself into village life, she's determined to start over, and everyone from Luke the sexy church organist to Bob the resident oddball is taking note. Yet the one man Poppy can't take her eyes off seems out of reach. Why can't he let go of his ex-wife? Why won't he let go of his ex-wife? But just as she's ready to dip her toes in the water, the discovery of a secret about her late husband shatters Poppy's confidence. Does she really have the courage to risk her heart all over again? I can't tell if this is mystery or if it's romance. I think it's romance because the word affair is in it, but all in all, those are all the books, and I feel like this was a super successful haul for $20. I got all these books for $20. That's insane. If you guys want to check out this listing, I will put it in the description box so you guys can check it out. Basically, you just order it like you would like on any website and they ship it to you. And it was free shipping, so I didn't pay for shipping or anything, and I know the shipping on a 10-pound box was not cheap, so this is insane. I'm so excited to have all these books. Like, what? I'm so excited. Even more excited than I was whenever I first opened it. I don't have room for these books. I don't know where to put them. They're gonna go back in the box for now, but I'm very excited. I feel like it started off strong middle, strong end. There are not really any books in here that I don't think that I will read, so like I think I'll read all of them. I'm so excited. I'm literally so excited. The white balance keeps changing because the books are darker than me. Anyway, that's all I have for today's video. So if you guys enjoy book videos and want to see more, please let me know because this was really fun. Because like I said, it was really fun. I'd like to make a few more. They're falling out of my hands now, but this was a fantastic idea. 10 out of 10 Hunter. If you guys buy this, please make a video so I can see the books that you got because this is fun. Anyway, that's all I have for today's video. If you guys enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe down below, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye! A couple missed calls from your crazy ex, but you